On this week's episode of Speedway The Inside Dirt, we're at the Robertson Holden International Speedway in Palmerston North to bring you highlights of the Steve's Appliance Pairs Stock Car King of the Arena qualifying heats. We've got heats 1, 2 and 3 of the Auto Interiors Superstock King of the Arena Best Pairs, and rounds 1, 2 and 3 of the Gary Douglas Sidecar Best Pairs King of the Arena. We have a chat to current New Zealand stock car champion Tyler Walker, and also catch up with Wayne and Jamie Hemme about their off-season, the new race engines and the plans for Red Walker Motorsport team in 2020. So let's strap in for some Speedway excitement at the Robertson Holden International Speedway. It's King of the Arena. Pole position, get the 422 from Huntley. Dylan Ashton, 91 from Stratford. Kyle Wilson starts off 2. We've got Taylor Lamp off 3. Kyle Rowe off 4. 85S Dale Mitchelson on grid 5. 28P will be Mitch Passini off 6. And the return on grid 19 of Kyle Taylor, the 278, former Manawatu champ. Finished third actually in last year's title as well. We've got our Greymouth visitor as well, Dylan Robb, in the 191 from Greymouth from grid 26. And Jay Huggies Holtham, grid 29 for the 317. We go green. Dylan Ashton will lead them through the first bend with Taylor Lamp behind. Mitchelson in the 85 from Stratford. Here comes Brendan Lermont as well, the 174, and pushing his way through is the 6V of Dion Mooney. Took the stock car at the Coalface title last week. We've got a couple up. Alec Wilson goes up. Kyle Wilson as well goes up. One from Stratford, one from Palmy. It's all on here in the first heat of qualifying for King of the Arena. Alec Wilson, he's got the side ripped off that wing, and he's come to a stop in front of the pit gate. Dylan Robb stuck on the infield. The 191 from Greymouth. Sam Prescott stuck there on the start-finish line. Maizan Lees, the 58 Flatty out of Wanganui, pulled infield as well. We go back to our leaders. It's Dylan Ashton still leading at the 422 from Huntley, ahead of the 6V of Dion Mooney. Taylor Lamp in the 992, Kyle Rowe the 79, and we've got Dale Mitchelson the 85. Daniel Burmester, he's got a bit of wing damage in the 172. Bryce Jensen in the 9W. Hayley James in the 18V, she came so close.
317 is getting molested right in front of the grandstand.
Doug Holmes taking out Jay Huggies Holden.
Oh no! Dion Mooney now in the lead. So we got Mooney, Ashton. We've got Taylor Lamb, Kyle Rowe, Daniel Burmester.
Doug Holmes launches into the side. Oh! Pandemonium down at turn number 3.
Mooney though still leading it from Dylan Ashton, Kyle Rowe, Taylor Lamb, Bryce Jensen, Daniel Burmester. Jay Holtham just circulating to get the points in the 317. It's last lap.
Mooney's past the pit gate. He's in a great position. He'll just keep where he is. He doesn't want to do anything more. But
Bryce Jensen's in the wall in the 9 dub. So problems for him. Holtham's going to finish the race with a absolutely stuffed right rear, nothing of it. And Dion Mooney will take the win. Dion Mooney, the 6V, takes the win from Dylan Ashton, the 422. Well, qualifying's underway, and Dion Mooney, the 6V car, takes out the first heat for White Group. Second was the 422 from Huntley, Dylan Ashton. Third to 79P, Kyle Rowe. Fourth to Taylor Lamp, the 992P. Fifth, the 172P, Daniel Burmester. And 6th, 85S, Dale Mitchelson. So yeah, Bryce Jensen will start off the front by himself. And of course we go back. Maizan Lees. It's meant to be Kyle Taylor. So grid 4 empty. Mark Johnson, the 78, alongside Jaden Hall. We've got the 772 of Kyle Lamp. Tony Norman in the 72. Aaron Watson, the 45. Blair Lockett, the 89. Dylan Robb in the 191. Just got Marty checking with upstairs to make sure we're good. The reds are out. The ute is off. And the green drops. Bryce Jensen slips and slides away to the start. You can just see that driving line up wide, and that's where he goes straight for, as does Maizan Lees. We've got one being pushed up. It's Dylan Ashton, the 422.
Back on the track.
Back on the track, and off he goes, and it's both Ashtons at the rear of the field. Dylan Ashton
And the 23 out of Rotorua as well. Kyle Ashton. Oh, we got another one up the wall. Coming down this time. That's Hayley James out of Wanganui. The 18V getting amongst it. Brendan Learmont's trying to find a way past Hayley James. Looks like she's got a left front flat as well, James. She's pulling infield now, the 18V. So Jensen's still your leader. He's actually catching up to Kyle Lamp, a lap car there. Jensen leading it. The Hayburn T-Mac out in front from Maizan Lee's in the flatty from Wanganui. Here comes another Wanganui car up the inside. It's Blair Lockett. Having a look up the inside of Jaden Hall. They make contact. Really nearly spun out. Lockett and Pajewski. Carol Pajewski's line and weight in the 5th spot. Luke Myers. And back to Mark Johnson, Tony Norman, Jay Huggies Holtham. The 317, a much better run this time with 4 wheels pumped up. So Jensen, your race leader in the 9 dub. Ahead of Maizan Lees, the 58. Jaden Hall, Blair Lockett, Luke Myers, Carol Pajewski, Mark Johnson, Jay Holtham. Dion Mooney in the 10th spot, your Heat 1 winner, the 6V in 10th spot. Bryce Jensen's getting pushed out wide a bit. Maizan Lees goes in for a bit of an attack. Tried to sweep out wide and collect the rear of Jensen. Now Bryce Jensen goes in. Oh, he gets lent on by Passini. Lockett puts up the wall by himself, the 89, and Maizan Lees goes to the lead. The 58 in the lead. Ahead of Bryce Jensen. Jensen finding it hard through this lap traffic. 2 to go. Now he gets sent out wide by Myers, and Myers puts Lees up the wall. It's all on here for the lead. Maizan Lees, 1 to go for the 58. Gets sent out by Myers, keeps his foot in it. Jensen now goes up into second. Maizan Lees is going to hold on in the flatty, but Luke Myers is your race leader. As they come around the last bend, keep an eye. Oh, Jensen fires Luke Myers up the wall. It's on here, and this is only qualifying. And Luke Myers drops back. It'll be Bryce Jensen that takes the win. Serves himself off the end for good measure.
9W Bryce Jensen in the Hayburn T-Mac takes out White Group Heat 2. Ahead of the flatty from Wanganui, it's Maizan Lees in the 58V. 135P, Jaden Hall in 3rd. 4th to Luke Myers in the 15P. Carol Pajewski in the 9S picks up 5th. And 6th to the 317. It's Jay Huggies Holtham.
Revs are up. And great jump there by the middle bike, the 27A. But it'll be Red George, Rob Miller into the lead. The 8P bike, the 27 slots into the 2nd spot as they head down the grandstand straight away. Sitting in 3rd there be the 58 bike. 32, Sam Carter looking to that outside line early in the race. As they come up to lap, they're going to lap the 10P bike. We don't often see a lapping in the sidecars, David.
Very rare. But I had no option. That 10P is just not somehow firing tonight.
So last lap for the 8P that's leading the charge there. Rob Miller, Red George, still in the 2nd spot. And it's, I think, where they're going to stay, the 27 bike at Dillamoon. It'll be the 8P that takes the win. Dillamoon comes home 2nd in the 27. The 10P a lap down. Then we go back to the 58 bike. The revs are high. The flag's up. Great jump there by the 96 bike. Straight to the lead go Mark Wide, Jacob Cooper, the 96. And they are flying on that borrowed bike. Glenn Murray and Plummer slot into the 2nd spot. Then we've got Tony Hislop into the 3rd. Stu Sowry goes a little bit wide. That opens the door for Daniel Satherley in the 12B to claim 4th. Oh, look at the 21 bike getting it all crossed up into turn number 3. White flag, 1 to go for the 96 bike. Here goes Tony Hislop up the inside. Great move. Oh, so there's problems for the 21 bike. They've hauled it up. Not good for that pairing. After their pair of the 8P had a win. I tell you what, Mark Wide, Jacob Cooper on the borrowed bike, absolutely hauling. Bring it home. And we're off. Bit of a delayed start there, but either way, the 19 V-Bike shoots into the lead. Then outside, here comes the 22. Looking to that outside line, Jason Rees. Callum doing the best job he can. Look at this, the Rose brothers. They've slotted up the inside of Buchanan in the 39. The top four, this race is going to be on. John Hannon holding on to the lead ahead of Jason Rees. Here come the Rose brothers. In third, they put the nose up the inside of the 22 out of turn 2. Andrew Buchanan looks like he's going to have to settle back there for that fourth spot. These top three are starting to break away. The Rose brothers have gone wide. They're going to look at the high line. Not working for them. They've dropped a couple of bike lengths. John Hannon still leading it this last lap. As they come into 3, the 19 V-Bike is going to hold on to the win. 22G will follow him home in second. Then we go back to 34V. Flags go up. Great jump from Mike Zahn, and the 97 crosses down on them and into the lead. It looks like the 27 bike trying to go with them as well. Slot into third, so it'll be Zahn leading it from the 26P bike. Back to the 27 out of Hawke's Bay. They try that outside line. It's not going to work for them that time. Mike Zahn has this race under control ahead of Josh Lambert on the 26. We go back to the 27 out of Hawke's Bay. Craig Bowler, Kim and Kerry Johnson. They're off the pace a little bit in this one, David.
They are.
I'll tell you who isn't off the pace. It's Mike Zahn. There must be a bit of bite into turn number 3 here for them, down in front of the windmill, in front of the turbine, because they all seem to be crossing up, getting a bit too much bite.
All right, we're here for the King of the Arena Superstock Best Pairs, and I've got the Hemi team, the Red Walker Motorsport team. Got Wayne and Jamie here. Jordan's hiding somewhere in a bus, so we'll catch up with Wayne and Jamie. Jamie, first off, mate, 4 years. This is your 4th year in the tank. Man, that time's gone pretty quick, eh?
Yeah, it has gone pretty quick. I didn't know that till now, so it's been a while.
So for this season for yourself, it's just a bit more development. In the getting more seat time, and obviously the goal, I guess, this year would be to qualify for some championships as well, yeah?
Yeah, that's qualify for that's any championship will do me at the moment, and my main goal is to get into a team for the team champs, but we'll see what happens.
I like the sound of that, Jamie, Hemi and a team. I think that could be awesome. We'll cross over to Wayne. Wayne, I'll start on that one. Jamie and a team.
Well, it's kind of, he's got to get there one day, but, he needs to get the experience, and, there's a lot of good young drivers coming through, so there's a bit of a bottleneck there, and he's got to do the laps and get the work done to be able to prove himself to be in the team. So that comes with experience, and, he'll get there one day, whether it's this year or next year or whenever it'll happen.
How much development's gone on not just the Vendetta, but Red Walker 2 in the off-season?
Well, at the end of the day, we've had to build new blocks and new engines, so that's why we're running late this season. We just got delayed, working in the US, and everything's got to be custom built, so it just kind of caused a bit of a jam there for us. But we got here, and hopefully they're good.
With the new blocks in that and the new engines, first off, how long has it been since Wayne Hemi's had a new engine? And secondly, how much new R&D has gone into these compared to the old ones?
Well, our new engines that we used last year were built in 1999 and 2001, so they were close to 20 years old. The blocks were. We developed them as we evolved in the sport. Yep. But R&D for us is quite tough, so we've done a little bit this year. It's so competitive out there. There's so many good engine builders here in New Zealand as well. It's really tough, to find an advantage. I think kind of everyone's really running at the same pace now.
So the rest of the season for Wayne in the Red Walker team, I guess it's the major meetings will be on the cards. New Zealand champs 1U went very successful last time, and 2NZ albeit in a runoff, but still very successful. So looking forward to getting back to Ocean View.
Oh, I love Ocean View. Wanganui is a good track. It's one of my favourites. I love Rotorua as well, and Christchurch. So you kind of been racing as long as you end up with your favourite.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere's a favourite track, but Again, it's just going to be tough. You're going to have 100 cars into there, and everyone's so fast. And today, it's not like 10 years ago where there was a gap. There's no gaps, and it's going to take a lot of luck down in Wanganui. So whoever wins it will certainly, earn it and deserve it.
Right, so Blake Adamson will start from pole. Zane Dykstra in the 38P off grid number 2. Ron Ty 599. Jamie Hemi 571. Then we go back to Rebecca Barr 34. Keegan Levine in the 5W. Chris Collingwood there in the 947. Brent Hislop in the 9P.
Utes left.
We go green. Good jump there. Adamson's holding them off. And Dykstra will go to the outside. Zane Dykstra. Oh, we got one round. That's Brendan Charlin. Ricky Dykstra pushing him. Scott Ping gets spun up in the mix. Looks like Brad Eulenberg. Yep. Tim Ross has gone round. Daryl Roper. Your leader's the 38, Zane Dykstra. The Dykstra car heading out of turn number 4. Then we've got Blake Adamson, Rebecca Barr, Keegan Levine. Having a great battle, those two. Of course, the two Levines paired together. Chris Collingwood smokes himself into the wall with 947. Race with the Panthers last weekend. Here's Wayne Hemi sitting in behind. And not too far away, Jordan Dare as well. So the Walkers are appearing, running pretty close to each other. We've lost Ricky Dykstra. So we've lost the 28P while the 38P is clearing leads at Rebecca Barr now. Slots into second ahead of Keegan Levine. Blake Adamson's gone back to 4th. I think we'll have some less issues with the 38, but he's leaving the race ahead of Rebecca Barr in the 34 car. Rebecca's going to catch up to the 38. Hemi's made his way into 4th. Adamson's dropped back to 5th. Oh, Scott Penn goes round again, courtesy of Brendan Charlin. Not a great night at all for the 77. Stuck in a very awkward position in front of that grandstand. In the meanwhile, Keegan Levine's fired Rebecca Barr out wide, and Dykstra up the inside of Jamie Hemi. He's going to have to battle his way through a bit of lap traffic here. But it's still... I was going to say Dykstra leading, but it's not. It's Keegan Levine who's gone to the lead, and Wayne Hemi into second. Hemi into second, Dykstra in third. Then we go back to Rebecca Barr. Blake Adamson is doing a great job. Oh, Eulenberg's gone round. Pulls out in front of his Stratford teammate. Your leader still Keegan Levine.
Hemi right behind
2
him.
laps to go for the 5 dub. Hemi's got a bit of smoke coming out of that car. Leah Eulenberg slots in behind Hemi. We've seen a battle between those two a few times. So white flag, 1 to go for Keegan Levine, the 5W from Wayne Hemi. That smoke's getting a lot more now. Starting to see it through the cockpit as well. Zane Dykstra sitting in 3rd, Rebecca Barr in 4th, Jordan Dare in 5th. It's going to be a good haul of points here for Red Waka Motorsport. Zane Riddick gets pushed out the way, and Keegan Levine will take Heat 1 from Wayne Hemi.
Heat 1 of the Auto Interiors Superstock Best Pairs King of the Arena done, and it's 5W Keegan Levine that takes the win from a very smoky 591P Wayne Hemi. 3rd to Zane Dykstra, the 38P. 4th, 34P Rebecca Barr. 5th, the 581P of Jordan Dare. And 6th, 9P, it's Brett Hislop.
Ricky Dykstra, Clive Elliott on the front, Ethan Levine all by himself on row 2. Looks like Darryl Wallace by himself on row 3. Graham Barr and Wayne Moss. Richard Gaskin, Ian Penn, Peter Binkston, who's that? Tim Ross.
Looks like the Ute will leave at any time. Like now. Andrew McKenna with green flag. We've gone green.
Yeah, and Ricky Dykstra this time leading us away in the 28. So it was Zane in the first heat, Ricky now. And look at this, round the outside, Clive Elliott
Takes the lead.
Graham Barr pushing his way through. Ethan Levine, he's going to get stuck out wide. Make sure the cars don't slide up into him, and that wet track down there in turn 3 holds it in at the 4th spot. So Ricky Dykstra leads at the 28 from Graham Barr. Ethan Levine and Clive Elliott battling it out. Wayne Moss, Peter Exton, Darryl Wallace with 3 gorges in a row.
Oh, we had a 38.
Oh, Levine's gone round. Levine's gone round in the 46. Graham Barr, your race leader, crosses the line now. 32 won the 32 car. Ricky Dykstra still in second, ahead of Clive Elliott, Wayne Moss, Peter Winston, Darryl Wallace the 557, Lee Yellenberg the 28.
Beltop right behind him and Ross behind him.
Collingwood in the 947, so a couple of re-spanks as well. It's almost like the chassis are running in new formation here, David.
They are, aren't they?
Big pile up down there in turn number 3. Blair Yellenberg leaning all over Clive Elliott. He's got Malsop giving him a hurry up too, and Rebecca Barr. I'll tell you what, the Barr team are going to be a fair few points ahead after this heat is Rebecca Barr. Look at it, she shoots right up the inside of about 3 cars out of turn 4, and now she's going to climb up Yellenberg. They've both gone to the wall hard. Yellenberg's come to a stop. Elliott's gone into Malsop, trying to avoid it all. And Bex has lost the 3 or 4 cars she'd passed.
I tell you what though.
Oh, Jamie Hemme fires himself in. Barr is still your leader from Ricky Dykstra, Wayne Moss, Brett Hislop. It's 1 lap to go. Collingwood's going to push Barr right out to the wall. They're going to come up on a very slow pace. Jamie Hemme, oh, he's got the loud pedal going again. Just some problems with the 571 tank. Pulls it to the infield now, and Graham Barr, yes he will, cross the line, taking the win from Ricky Dykstra, Clive Elliott.
Heat 2 for Superstock Best Pairs done. Graham Barr, the 32p, picking up the win. Another great result for the Dykstra pairing. 28p, Ricky Dykstra picking up second. Third to 25s, Wayne Moss. 9p, Brett Hislop picks up fourth. 34p, Rebecca Barr in fifth. And 6 to 77p, Scott Penn. This Saturday afternoon at Rosebank Motorcycle Speedway starting at 12 p.m. is the 2019 New Zealand Solo Grand Prix. Support classes include flat trackers, junior solos, sidecars and quarter midgets. This Saturday night at Western Springs Speedway starting at 5:45 p.m. it's the Porter Hire International Sprint Car Series Round 1. Support classes include midgets, TQs, Formula 2 midgets and Kiwi kids. This Saturday night at Waikaraka Family Speedway is the Stock Car Rumble. Support classes include modifieds, 6-shooters and mini stocks. This Saturday night at Eastland Group Raceway starting at 6 p.m. is the V8 Saloon Series. Sidecar and mini stock best pairs and support classes are the stock cars. This Sunday afternoon at Ocean View Speedway starting at 5 p.m. it's the last meeting before the New Zealand Superstock Champs, and it includes the West Coast Adult Mini Stock Champs and Trev's Stock Car Shootout.
Make sure you're trackside this Saturday night at the Robertson Holden International Speedway to witness one of the biggest Superstock events to hit the dirt at the Central Energy Trust Arena in recent years. 85 plus of New Zealand's fastest and most furious Superstocks will line up to battle it out for the machinery specialist New Zealand Superstock Grand Prix. This is one night of spectacular Superstock action not to miss. The gates open at 4:30 p.m. with the action getting underway from 5:30 p.m. For more information visit pnspeedway.co.nz. Be there.
So we're revving it up and they work. Underway we go. Great jump by the 22 bike out of Gisborne. Jason Rees, Calaminis. As we temporarily lose them and we get them back down the grandstand straight. 22G bike leading it from the 51B. So a better start there from Kim and Kerry Johnson. They leave the door open there for the 12B bike. They don't want to be doing that too easy. And look at this. At the back of the field. Sorry, at the back of the field it's the 27B bike. So the 8P bike not making the start. Calaminis, Jason Rees, Kim and Kerry Johnson sitting nicely in in the second spot. The 12B and the 27B both fling it very wide out of 3 and 4. Last lap now. The 22 is going to hold on to the win here. Jason Rees, Calaminis out of Gisborne. Bring it home. 2 from 2 for the 22. So we're missing the 22 bike of Johnny
Blakemore and Brad Horn.
Right, the green's up. This time, the 21 bike, Glenn Murray and Plummer, they make the start to perfection. So they're leading it now from Zahn on the 97. When we go back, it'll be 58, and John West, Gower Morden still fighting the 10P bike at the tail of the field. They slide the bike into turn 3 to get the white flag from starter Andrew. They've got 1 lap to go. The 10 bike's not going to get lapped this time. They've got a lot of push on that 10 bike. Not being able to counter steer the wheel. 21 is going to hold on to the lead. Just the Mike Zahn put in a big push at the end. And we go green. Big puff of smoke there from the 32 bike. It looked like it came from on the start there, but it'll be Tony Hislop, Matt Stewart leading the way into turn 1. Dean Harding, Stu Sowry sitting in second. They get a bit of a wobble on out of 4 there, David. Hislop's going to hold on. They got the white flag, 1 to go. Sowry goes a bit wide. Hannon sees that door open. He knows he can attack it, and he does this time. Another pass up the inside for Hannon. So into second spot goes the 19V. But in the lead.
Plenty of area. He's a clean pair of heels to the next bike. The 17 bike takes it out.
And we go green. Muan, he's get the bike unsettled and he's called into the infield. Rejoin though. And we look to the front. It'll be the 96 bike. Once again, Mark White, Jacob Cooper go to the lead. Josh Lambert holding on to second. Here comes Aaron Rose. Elbows out. The 34 bike moves into second. Rose Brothers into second. Yet Lambert into third. Andrew Buchanan in fourth. Aaron and Bryce Rose, they go a little bit wide. Josh Lambert up the inside into turn 1. The 26 bike now coming back on the Rose Brothers. Buchanan's there or thereabouts, waiting and ready to pounce. This is opening the door for White and Cooper just to get on with their business in the lead. Lambert's holding on to second, 1 lap to go, and it looks like, Buchanan's got problems. Just as I was about to say, Buchanan's going to attack the 34. He pulls infield. So coming around then for the win, it'll be Mark Y, Jacob Cooper, 96P. And if the Rose Brothers don't look out, Moon's going to go up the inside. It's a dash to the line. He gets it.
Right, we're here, obviously, the Steve's Appliance Spears Stock Car King of the Arena at the Robertson Holden International Speedway. Qualifying night, and we're catching up with our New Zealand champion, Tyler Walker. How cool is it to slap the 1NZ on it good and proper and get out there with a nice fresh car and represent that 1NZ?
Oh, it's wicked, man. That's why we're here, just trying to represent it as much as possible. And well, it's probably not too straight at the moment. We've had a fair bit of damage over the last few weeks, but no, it's definitely wicked to get around a few tracks and try to represent it as much as I can. So
this weekend, King of the Arena, be pretty cool to grab that title in the 5K check to help towards some of that damage from earlier in the season, let alone the rest of the season to come. Yeah, no, that'll definitely that'll go a long way to try help me actually get down to South Island to try to defend the title. So, but no, there's a pretty good lineup of quality cars on here, and I'm sure everyone wants a piece of the $5,000. So it'll be a pretty interesting couple of nights racing, I'd say.
So Sean Heyman will start from the pole position in the 777P out of the youth mini stock class. 669 Brendan Ty, he made it out for this race here, David.
Yep.
11K Ben Ellis starting from grid 9. Right, here we go. We're starting quite low on the track, and the green drops. We're underway. Heyman, the 777 Gorge pushes out Byron Rowlands. And we've got a couple stuck together here, a couple of Stratford cars, the 617, Mason Woods and Bradley Pajewski.
95P's didn't start. David Dixon, he's on the infield. Oh, bit of a mess up to round 2.
Bit of a mess. That's a heck of a mess down there. So the 97 from Palmerston North leads it. Byron Rowlands in the front, ahead of the 96 from Hawke's Bay, Brandon Symes. That Sunstrike just starting to really kick in. Commentary box here, it'll be Ben Ellis, the 11k, sitting in third, Heyman. Then we go back to David Lowe, 93, Joshua Trott out of Hawke's Bay, Brandon Symes. Now your leader, Pumba at the 96, Ben Ellis. Then we go back to David Lowe, Sean Heyman, Byron Rowlands, Royden Winstanley, right at the back of the field, Yaddy 2. Two Pins out there on this one. Jason Penn, 77B. Chasing down his nephew, Regan Penn in the 5B. Ellis and David Lowe having a great battle here for second and third. The 7-2-2 and the 11 from Kihi. That's allowed Symes to pull away a wee bit. Lowe's got free of... lost Ben Ellis. Ben Ellis is in Ben Ellis is down there in turn 4. So I lost the 11k. That's why I've lost him. He's parked in the wall out of turn 4, David. So Symes still leading it, but he's got David Lowe riding behind him, the 7-2-2. And Tyler Walker, the 1NZ, up from grid 5, sitting in third, puts himself in the wall now outside of the grandstand.
Got a bit wide.
Regan Penn moves up into 4th. Great run from Regan Penn from grid 24 up to 4th. David Lowe takes the win in Red Group, qualifying heat number 1 ahead of Brandon Symes, Tyler Walker.
First heat of Red Group goes to the 7-2-2P of David Lowe. Second is the New Zealand champion from Stratford. It's Tyler Walker. Third to Brandon Symes, 96B. Another Hawke's Bay car in 4th. That's the 5 of Regan Penn. 5th, Byron Rowlands in the 97P, and 6th to Cameron Renwick, the 76P.
$5,000 for the winner tomorrow night. That's a lot of money on these cars.
11P starting on the pole position. Brendan Rees, Neil Coley off grid 2. Jason Penn on 3. All right, we're underway now. Jason Penn, good start, just pushing the 11P out of the way. And off goes the 77 from the Bay. Oh, Regan Penn gets stuck into the 11P now. And Neil Coley's up the wall thanks to Righty Robertson. Those are 2-1-2ers as well. Bradley Pajewski's backwards. So not a good night for the 6S. So Penn, Prentice and Penn all running the Rees. Spanks, David running 1, 2, 3.
Look a picture too, don't they?
Oh, they look absolutely awesome. And look at them, almost 3 wide out of the corner. Prentice now, your race leader. Up the inside. He looks to go on Joshua Trott from Hawke's Bay. Not going to do it this time. Righty Robertson goes right out in the marbles out wide. Luke Healy going up right on that cushion. That cushion's actually quite high.
It's getting high, isn't it?
We just saw Luke Healy almost drive the height of the fence. Or the wall there, sorry. 2-1-2's got a right rear gone. He's going to soldier on though by the looks of it. And the Penns. Jason Penn in the 77, his nephew Regan Penn in behind in the 5, chasing down the 5 dub of Josh Prentice, who clips. Oh, he clips Joshua Trott and goes round the 5 dub. He's gone round. He's going to try hook again now. Fires it up. Just slots in behind the 1NZ of Tyler Walker. Actually, he's lost a couple more spots now. 4 laps to go for Regan Penn now in the lead. Sorry, Regan Penn ahead of Jason Penn, back to Royden Winstanley. We've got one gone round. It's Tyler Walker's gone round in the main straightaway. So, Blair Reeves Smith just becoming a bit of a nuisance out there to some faster cars, the 2-1-2.
I think he's there just having a wee play, a wee pick maybe.
Tyler Walker, the 1NZ. He's going to want to get across the line, get some points. Looks like he's got some rear end problems too, the 1NZ. Two laps to go for the Penns, leading the way ahead of Winstanley. The 6 of Pajewski is a lap down. David Lowe in 4th. Prentice in 5th for the 5 dub. Yeah, left rear looks to have gone on Tyler Walker's car. Oh, Neil Coley. Neil Coley gets put in, the 38. Good hit there, and he's parked it in the wall on turn 1. Last lap. And Regan Penn comes out at turn 4, and he will cross the line and take the flag. Regan Penn wins it from Jason Penn.
Heat 2, and this time it's a Penn Quinella with Regan Penn in the 5B leading home, Jason Penn in the 77B. Third to Royder Winstanley, the 82P. Then we go back to David Lowe in the 722P. It's 5th for the 5W, Josh Prentice, and 6th goes to the 18P of Luke Healy. It's a double header this weekend at Wellington Family Speedway starting at 7 p.m. on Friday. It's the North Island Super Saloon Champs. And on Saturday, the Burger King Pro Dirt Super Saloon Series Round 2. Support classes on both nights are stock cars, street stocks, and youth mini stocks. This Saturday night at Eastern State Speedway starting at 6 p.m. It's the Precision Auto Centre Streetcar Series Round 1. Support classes include modified sprints and rally cars. This Saturday night at Woodford Glen Speedway starting at 6:30 p.m. is the Canterbury Stock Car Champs, Canterbury Modified Champs and Canterbury Saloon Champs. Support classes include street stocks, production saloons and youth mini stocks. This Saturday night at Ruapuna Speedway features the Vins Sprint Car Summer Slam and Ryan Stone TQ Tribute. Support classes include TQs, 6-shooters and quarter midgets. This Saturday night at Beachland Speedway starting 6 p.m. is the Otago Saloon Champs. Support classes include sprint cars and production saloons. This Saturday afternoon at O'Reilly Park Speedway starting at 3 p.m. is the Southland Sidecar, Solo and Classic Championships.
Revs are up, the tapes are up, and we go racing. And look at the 97, they'll come right across. And they'll squeeze it just to the lead. The sparks are flying between the 8 and the 39. The 39's gone to the infield. So, Mike Zahn gets a great run there. 39 just joining now, Andrew Buchanan back on track. Mike Zahn's gone in the 97. White flag's out. Mike Zahn's got the race sewing up, I'd say, out in front.
The distance between the lead bike and the second place.
Oh, and to start from gate 4, out by the wall. They've got to hold that line, remember, too, to the corner, and he did so. Gets to the front, held on to it, takes the win. The 97 bike. Oh, they're touching the 21 bike and the 51 into turn 1. In the meantime, though, in the lead, it'll be the 21 bike that's leading it now. Glenn Murray and Plummer shoot in front, coming out of turn 2. And it looks like the 34 will get into second. The 51's gone wide. They'll open the door. They'll lose 3 spots in a lap. And we've lost the 32 of Sam Carter as well. 1 lap to go for the 21 bike. And I think it'll be pretty much status quo to the checkered flag now, David. 21 of Glenn Murray and Plummer. They come through 3 out of 4, and they'll take their last race of the night. They'll take out the checkered flag. Oh, wow, the wheel stand. We got one off. Yeah, we've lost the rider and the swinger on the 19 bike. So the 19 bike will be deemed the cause of the Reds. So they're out for this one now. And a great jump by the 96 bike. This time the 58 gets away clean and into the second spot. Simon Austin Windleborn, but out in front, Mark Wye, Jacob Cooper leading the way for the 3rd time tonight. Simon Austin Windleborn sitting there in the second spot. We got the 12 of Daniel Satherley, Mikey O'Neill. And look at the 27 bike, Craig Bowl and Brittany Whelans. Oh, they've gone infield now. So the 96 looks to keep it nice and tight through the corner. They're going to get the white flag, 1 to go. 12 bike holding in there. Obviously tailing the field now. Still going to collect some vital points for that pairing. The 96 bike is going to lead the way through the corner for the third and final time tonight. Marked by Jacob Cooper. Take out a hat-trick of wins. Another wheel stand from that gate as well. So the 22G gets squashed right to the back. Lambert's going to go around the outside and he'll pick up the lead. So Josh Lambert's got the lead on the 26. Dean Harding and Stu Sowry sitting there in second. And Jason Rees, Callum Innes, they've gone to the rear of the field for the first time. They get it really sideways out of 4. They'll get the white flag this time around. Lambert and Podgson. Sowry and Harding, Innes and Rees. For the final time tonight, the 3 bikes hit turn 3 out of turn 4, and Andrew McKeenan will wave the checkered flag, and Josh Lambert picks up a good win, a vital 5 points for his pairing after the 19V bike was excluded from that previous heat. So Luke Myers will start from pole, Jay Holtham in behind him, then we'll go back to Carol Pajewski in the 9. Looks like Maizan Lee's out there as well. And in behind Maizan Lee's will be the 9W. Crikey, I think Bryce Jensen's pretty lucky that Luke Myers is at the front of the field and he's at the rear of the field, because Luke Myers would probably have something to say about him qualifying after that second heat. Right, there we go. The green drops. Luke Myers wheel spins away and it'll be Jay Holtham. Huggies pushing to the lead. No, he gets swept out wide because the driving line's up nice and high, and Myers will come out in first place. Myers leading. Oh, we do got a big pile up. Carol Pajewski involved in it. Kyle Wilson involved in it. Mark Johnson. Maizan Lees. Lost front of a bumper. Right, the red's out, and we go green. And surprisingly enough, everyone manages to fire up, David. Oh, Alec Wilson and Dion Mooney having a bit of coming together. Burmester trying to look up the inside of Myers. Can't do so, sticking that second spot. Wilson hasn't given up on Mooney yet. Seems to be that gold's the colour of the season this year. Stu Rackham now into the lead from third spot. Myers is going to come back at him. Sticks it down on the pole line very nice and tight. Rackham's going to hold the lead from Myers. Burmester. Holton's coming under a lot of pressure here from Mooney now. Alec Wilson still sitting in that 6th spot now. He's gone wide. And Blair Lockett up the inside of both Alec Wilson and tries it on Dion Mooney as well. They're 3 wide into turn 1. The 2 Wanganui cars come together. A little bit of a get-out-of-jail car there for Holtham. As Lockett and Mooney go at each other, the 2 Wanganui cars. Bryce Jensen, our points leader, travelling around the back of the field there, the 9W. Rackham's gone. Myers fires Lockett in the wall. Mooney up the inside. Burmester, he's all crossed up. And Holtham up the inside of Myers. Now into 4th. Myers looks like he's got a bit of problem with that tank. Alec Wilson goes round, and Piscini goes with him. The 2 Central boys spinning it up now. Piscini's not making it easy for Rackham to go around him. The leader putting the 28 a lap down. Lockett still in second. Mooney, Holtham in the 317. Burmester. Sam Prescott now into the 6th spot. So Piscini putting the bumper work in this last qualifying heat. Lockett get away from him. Piscini's going to have a go at Mooney. Catch him down the end of the straight. Spins himself out now. In front of Holtham. Holtham just avoids him. But he's slowed it up. And Burmester will go up the inside. So Rackham takes the white flag. 1 to go for the 29p. Lockett still in second. Back to Mooney. Holden there. And Burmester takes Wilson out big time. Fires him off the end. Kyle Rowe clips Burmester. So the 172 with a massive shot. He gets it going again. Rackham's finished the race and won it.
Heat 3 done and dusted, and it's 29p Stu Rackham that survives the mayhem out there for the win. Second to Blair Lockett, the 89V. Diamuni 6V picks up third. Fourth to 75p Sam Prescott. Jay Holden picks up a fifth in the 317, and Kyle Lamp, the 772, finishes up in sixth. Well, the points are out, and we've got a run-off for the final spot in qualifying. It's Daniel Burmester and Mitch Piscini tied on the 43 points, and they will go to a run-off.
Tell you what, we're pretty close because there was another 2 cars on 42 points. Right, Piscini's on pole, and he makes the first move. The winner to qualify to King of the Arena. Piscini's got the bumper in. He had the bumper in the front wheel of Burmester. Burmester, the bit more experienced teams racer of the two.
Trying to turn him round.
Well, he had a crack at him, and Piscini's going to go now. Burmester will probably have a bit more pace than Piscini, but it's all on here. Burmie's going to catch him into the corner. Big shot on the 28. Piscini keeps it in, and he goes round. So Burmester off and gone, I would say, from here. Piscini will hit the pole line. Well, all Burmester has to do is really just sit behind him.
He has, at this point, just wait for him. Mitch Patendi's just going to wait for him.
Yeah, so the Reds have come on because I think the rule is Piscini's got to keep moving.
Can't wait.
After discussion with Speedway New Zealand officials on Friday night after the runoff, it became clear that Mitchell Piscini was pulled from the runoff due to stopping in the race. Now, you used to be able to do that under the former rules, but at Conference 2019, the rules were changed, meaning the teams racing rules applying to runoffs was withdrawn, and runoffs are now taking place under general race rules, which means you cannot stop on the track. You must be moving at all times. Hence, Mitch Piscini stopping on the track, hence the Reds coming on and him being withdrawn from the race. This was cleared up to drivers on Saturday night, and hopefully now the drivers will have further understanding for any further runoffs.
There's a lot of cars missing.
Very impressed with Rebecca tonight. I was impressed a couple of weeks ago, but you know, she keeps the wood hard in.
Yeah, good to see Pickard out there as well after his pairing 99 of Blake Adamson having a great run. And speaking of Blake Adamson, there he is, the 99 from Stratford. Very short stint in youth mini stocks, a couple of meetings in adults and into a Superstock.
Oh, youth's leaving. Green flag dropped, we're greens, we're racing.
Pickard got actually a really good start pushing Malsop through there, the 307 from Stratford. And he's actually going to go up the inside of Malsop. Great run there from Pickard. Pen's gone round. So Pen's gone backwards. Lose the 76 a little bit earlier. Oh, Pickard, he's got frontage fever and he's gone round. Blair Eulenberg to the lead. McDonald in behind him, and then Blair's pairing Andy McCabe in third. Scott Penn there. You would have saw his pairing Ian on the infield with two wheels pointing the wrong way. The 76, so that's him out. Blair Eulenberg, your race leader. Got the Kuriga all wound up. Made his team's debut last weekend. That didn't go so well. Todd O'Donnell in second, and he gets passed by McCabe. So the pairing of Eulenberg and McCabe are running 1-2. How good is this?
Couldn't want better than that.
Shane Malsop and Zane Riddick, your front row contenders are gone back a fair few spots. Here comes Graham Barr, 32, the points leader.
Graham Barr in 8th and 11th Rebecca. Well,
Graham Barr's just passed two cars, so he's moved up into the 6th spot. Rebecca about to do the same as she approaches Zane Dykstra and Zane Riddick. cars on the infield for this one. Then again, we've lost a few that didn't even start. Right, Levine now moves up into third as he passes O'Donnell down to turn 2. 4 laps to go, make it 3 this time for Eulenberg. Giving a great run out in front, the pairing of Eulenberg and McCabe. Right, white flag, 1 to go. 1 to go for Blair Eulenberg. They put the flag out of McCabe, but it will be Eulenberg leading it. The 28S into turn 3. Out of 4. Burke clips the wall and Eulenberg takes the win. So Blair Eulenberg takes the win.
Brendan McCabe in second.
Well, Eulenberg might just want to finish this lap because he's slowing up. And the checker flag came out for McCabe. So Eulenberg, he might want to just go around to make sure. But I had him leading that race, David.
I have him too.
Heat 3's done, and 28S, Blair Eulenberg and his partner, 31P, Andy McCabe, they take the Quinella, they take maximum points. 5W, Keegan Levine in third. Fourth was 9P, Brett Hislop. Fifth to 69P, Todd O'Donnell. And sixth to 32P, Graham Barr.
So looking at this red group, Regan Penn's your top point scorer, tied with David Lowe. Jason Penn, Byron Rowlands, Josh Prentice, Lucas Hay, Luke Healy, Royden Winstanley, Sean Heyman, Tyler Walker, Brandon Jurglett, Mason Woods, Tony Whelans and Brendan Rees. They are your top 14 at the moment.
Right, Greens, we're racing.
Tyler Walker getting the big push. Oh, sorry, Brandon Jurglett getting the big push. Tyler Walker down the back of the field. He's got the brakes being put on him. Now he's away. 1NZ, Bradley Pajewski to the infield. Not a good night for Bradley Pajewski. But I'll tell you who's in front. The man, Royden Winstanley. 82P leading the way. Ahead of Luke Healy, Lucas Hay. Josh Prentice putting in a bit of bumper work. David Lowe, Joshua Trott, Mason Woods. Brandon Jurglett, he's gone down to the pole line, the 882. Jurglett is in a decent position to qualify as well. See what the 882's up to. Still Winstanley leading it. No, Prentice has got in front, so the 5 leading it from the 82. 18 of Luke Healy. David Lowe. We go back to Lucas Hay. Drop goes wide. Catching Hay puts himself in the wall and Trot gives him a good shunt as well. Still Prentice leading it. Ahead of David Lowe. Oh no, Royden Winstanley spins it up the 82. Winstanley overcooks it through the corner. He pulls back on track. Oh, Graham Munn gets put up by Tyler Walker. So 1NZ. He shoots the 39 up the wall. Tyler Walker, the man in qualifying contention, manages to use the bumper at the same time, and Graham Main's been hung out to dry on the pit gate. Right underway, white flag for Josh Prentice, your race leader, the 5 dub. Luke Healy in second, then we go back to David Lowe. Reeves Smith in fourth, Regan Penn, 5B, Joshua Trott, Tyler Walker. After all that, Tyler Walker still sitting in 7th spot. Bradley Pajewski trying to get out of harm's way. And amongst all that, Josh Prentice has taken the win. 5W, we're watching turn 1 here to watch the action unfold.
Well, final heat done, and it's Josh Prentice that picks up the win, the 5 dub. Luke Healy, the 18P in second. David Lowe in third, the 722P. Blair Reeves Smith, the 212 from Wanganui, picks up fourth. Regan Penn in fifth in the 5B. And sixth, 93B, Joshua Trott.